bringing up another live video of Warframe. Now, how many of you, Tenno, may or may not agree with my opinion about what I'm going to say? How many of you, Tenno, may disagree with me about the pigment change of your dojo? Well, in a very interesting thing, which I am going to point out to you, which I really think is redundant. To my personal opinion, I'm going to talk about the few things. I'm not going to talk about the so much the glitching out of the map. Last night's live stream I did. I came across a well, it's not really a glitch, but the whole truth of the matter is when you do the actual certain missions, or if you're using Garuda or even Valkyr, or whatever Warframe you use, sometimes you end up glitching out of the map. And what I found very interesting, not so much the glitching part is an issue with me on Warframe. That's just one of the things that isn't really bothering me. So I'm going to go up into my area. Of course, I can't really use my teleporter at the moment because of the issue. Well, not issue, but this is still under development, so I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. So, as funny as it sounds, it's just the fact that there are issues with the actual game, which I think BE kind of lacks of certain things. For an example, I have to run all the way up to the opposite end of my dojo, which really I'm not very happy about until I can get the teleporters up and running. I have at least 3 of these teleporters. This one's still not done yet, but as you can tell, pretty much been doing a lot of research. Certain things of my research are kind of slow moving. You know, sometimes I get my clan members are usually on, so they come on odd times, and so pretty much I'm just going to take the magic elevator upwards, and I'm going to show you exactly what my biggest pet peeve is, and it may not make any sense to me, but to some maybe it'll make sense. So as you can tell, I did some stuff here. I actually did some, you know, I'm still working on these benches, but that's not the point. What I want to show you, wait, I'm going over here. Alright, so some of you who know about the whole thing, about these pigment changes in your room. Well, for an example, I was able to do the Mortis Pink, which has been researched, but the thing that I don't understand, or I may not understand, because I'm kind of like, I go back to a genre of MMORPGs, you know, very, very little with the RNGs, and what I find interesting is what I find very interesting about this is, okay, you unlock this lab, this whole Tenno lab right here. So far, you're pretty much with me. Okay, well, when you get the pigments, which I can understand you can hunt them down. You know, you can hunt down like the Mortis Pink or the Leech Green or whatever the case you're going to do for your dojo. Okay, well, so far, we have to hunt down the Mortis Pink, which obviously you can get from Eidolon, which is, you know, not far from Cetus, which I'm okay with, you know, hunting down, you know, the colors for this sort of thing. Okay, well, my biggest issue, which pretty much to me doesn't make sense is why in the world, okay, you come here, as you can tell I have the polychrome. Okay, well anyways, what I don't get, now when you do the construction, you know, well that's lighting colors, but when you preview the colors, okay, so previewing pending colors, which I can understand, okay, it counts down to seconds remaining, you know, what have you. Now, as you can tell, okay, so you saw the color of what my dojo is going to be like. Well, that's not too bad. Given the fact that what kind of gets to me, or what really pisses me off, is, okay, you do the lab, you got it built, you got the pigment. Now, my personal feelings about the whole thing. Hey, Rena. How you doing? But anyways, well, the thing about, like, look, I know I play Warframe a lot, and I know I get upset about it, but, you know, the truth of the matter is, when you keep hunting shit, you know, hunting and farming for shit, it becomes to the point, like, you know, you got this far into building your dojo, you know, and shit, and I feel that, you know, my own personal opinion about this particular pigment is when you have to farm for the colors, or not even, you have to farm for the construction of painting your dojo, which I think is really stupid. I mean, if you already got the color, then why do you have to now all of a sudden farm for the pieces, or farm for, you know, the materials just to do the color, which if you already unlocked the lab, and you already did your research for the paint, there should not be any farming for other shit. Now, that's the one thing that I don't understand about Warframe. It's always a constant farm, constant grind, and god damn, I can see all these fucking people, like some of these veterans who are just so tired of farming. Everything is all fucking farming this, farming that. You know, I'm at that point. I mean, to be perfectly honest, okay, I did the Fortuna mission, you know, which I thought was really cool. The song was fucking awesome as shit. The intro song was actually good. You know, DE finally got something right. But there's other things, you know, I mean, everything else, like, I can understand, like, the stuff here in the dojo you gotta, you know, you can farm for and what have you. Well, the thing is, like, when people, you know, when DE decide to make this whole thing, you know, oh, look, you know, why don't we just farm for the paint schemes? Even if you did unlock the Tenno Lab, you did your research, I mean, let's think about this. There's no concept behind it. I think farming for the materials, for the paint, is just completely utter boring and a waste of time. I mean, forget about, like, the glitching aspect of it. Pretty much like with using Garuda, I realized that using Garuda now, the reason why I play it more, you know, Warframe more, is because of Garuda. Ever since she came available, I have actually been using her a lot more. As you can tell, I'm not really using any primaries or any type of rifle. I'm just using pretty much her claws, her special abilities, and I generally carry a pistol. But other than that, I pretty much use Garuda mostly. But it's one thing DE did right for Fortuna, for the Fortuna expansion, which I thought was really awesome. I'm even happy when, you know, about excuse me, even about, whatchamacallit, even about what, I just can't remember now. Anyways, so anyways, in any aspect, everything else that DE had done up to the point of Fortuna was a complete, utter waste. So, I'm pretty much now at that point I'm pissed, and I'm not very happy. So anyways, I just pretty much I want to bring up to speed about Warframe and how I really personally feel, how I am like really pissed off the way how things have been going with Warframe, and up to the point of when they did Fortuna. Anyways, you know, I know it's a rant, and I know it's a bitch thing, and I know so many people out there are just kind of wondering why the fuck am I even playing it if I'm bitching about it. Well, that's a really good question, and eventually I'll come up with a very good answer. Until then, this is Michelle. I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness. Happy New Year, everybody. If you get drunk, please get a designated driver, or stay at a friend's house. Do not attempt to drive while you're drunk. So anyways, Happy New Year, and I'd like to say a little hello to Emma. Anyways, this is Michelle saying peace, love, and happiness, and I'll check you on the next video. Happy New Year's.